What's up, y'all? Y'all know who I am. I'm the Baby Whisper. And it is School Spirit Week for our homeschool. Now, let's get this out of the way. If you are Whisper, what's up, y'all? If you new, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you just being nosy, stay a little bit. You might learn something. Now, it's School Spirit Week. And normally, what schools will be doing will be talking about the history of the school. If you are a homeschool like us, what we like to do is add in the history and family line of our families. Now, how do we do this? I've told you before, you guys sent me over 300 questions about what you wanted us to do for School Spirit Week. So, for all of the whispers and all of you new people, I decided that I was going to give you at least 5 questions to show you what you need to do. Now, day 1 is always something to get the kids moving and shaking. Of course, it's our Monkey Business Wednesday. It's our Monkey Business Monday. I'm already getting to Wednesday. That's my birthday, y'all. It's Monkey Business Monday. So you take the theme of the week and you combine it with something fun. You put it together and you do an activity. Now, I got high schoolers and we get ready to come up to midterm. Just because you're homeschooling doesn't mean that you shouldn't still have the kids on schedule to get the testing and things they need. That's what keeps you up to par with the schools. Now, I know a lot of you guys ask me this question. How come I don't unschool or unlearn? I don't know what the term is now because we've all changed terms. However, I can tell you this. Just because my kids are at home, the reason why my kids are at home is because I want my kids to get educated the correct way. And when I say educated the correct way, education in schools first started, let's hear it, y'all, ta-da, in your house. Long time ago, homeschool was a school. You learned how to add, subtract, spell, write. What else you learned how to do? A couple other things. And then your parents took whatever your talent was and gave it to you. What do they do in schools now? I'm opposed for dramatic effect because we have no clue. I think they don't even know how to add and subtract no more for real because they got calculators. I've seen someone curriculum and they were mandated to have calculators and they were mandated to have computers. They can write an email, but what happened when we ain't got no power or we ain't got no kind of cell service or anything? Can y'all write a letter? Let's not even start about counting actual money. See, I homeschool to teach my kids the actual curriculum, old school way. They call us old school that we outdated, but history is doomed to repeat itself. Now, for all y'all that unlearn, y'all fighting against the man. I don't care about the man. The man is not going to help my kids get nowhere. And matter of fact, because of what color we are, the man goes against us automatically. Who cares? I want them to learn, which is why I have other kids learning, which is why half of you homeschool. Now, the history of school started in the house. The parents would either outsource the nanny or outsource help to come into their house so they can know what their children were learning. But everyone forgot about this one thing. They forgot about when the parents also would learn what their child talent was. What's your child talent? What they good at? What do they want to do? What can you nurture? You don't have to have degrees to understand how to homeschool. So in our Spirit Week, I want to tell all of you parents that it is very easy to homeschool. Some of you might say I need help, and that's why you have so many things out there, but you have to be careful. Because for those of you who think that the public school online is private, I have 2 things coming for you. The first is, it is not. The second is, your child is still in school. They're just at home and you doing all the work. Now, for those of you who pay private schools online, you already know you're paying for a private school. Therefore, all of your tests, accreditation, courses should come from that school, wherever you're at. For everybody who got in my inbox and said they have to pay extra for their extracurricular that has nothing to do with the curriculum, most schools will charge you extra for that. Now, here's where the niche comes in. A lot of you parents forget that you can go and do things yourself. It's going to take a lot of harder time for you to do it, because if somebody else can do it, you can just hand your kid over. But you got to understand, you still have to be there to teach the child. Most homeschooling is hard because most kids, they don't want to learn by their parent. They don't even want to be. They hit school and they're ready to take off, gone. A child should not sit down for more than 5 hours of learning with 2 breaks. So it should be an hour, break. An hour, break. Then an hour. We only learn for 5 hours out of the day. I don't know how long they're in school. I think it's 8 or 7, one of them. We only learn for 5 hours. And if you have a child that is underneath the grade of 5th grade, preschool, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade only learns 4 hours out of the day. They're called what we call the active hours. Now, for those of y'all kids who go to school at 7 o'clock, that's not an active hour. Active hour is between 9, 10, 11, 12. It stops at 12. That's noon. Everything else they in there is just gravy for y'all not to have them with you. Because I think some elementary schools go from 7 to 3 or 2, which is very long. Your child's only going to retain whatever they learn between 9 and 12. That's it. If you're in high school, between 9:30 to 1 is their active hours. Now, for me, who's a teacher, I know when their active hours are. I know when to activate them at a different time, which is why I show most of you guys when we be talking early in the morning. Don't nobody want to be awake. Trust me. Neither me. That's why we all have coffee or hot chocolate. But it activates them. Activating them doesn't mean they're ready to learn. Activating them means they know it's time to go learn. Now, there was a lovely guy in Texas who was talking about kids on different levels of reading. Homeschoolers, please listen when I say this. In school, your child always starts off with 2 grades below. And if we count 7th graders, 6th, 5th, so they're only on a 4th grade reading level. Some teachers are going to look at me and say, no, that's not true. If you look at your material in the beginning of the school year, it's true. They start off 2 levels down. Some kids cut off. Their brain cuts off in December. They don't want to do it no more. They done. That's when their brain cut off. Guess when they finally switch over and take it up a level. You have 3 months of retain, which means you have to go back and go over everything you learn. Then you have 3 months of repeat, which means they take it up to where the grade is. And you have 3 months. Where we at? 3 months. 3 months. Now we had 3 months of learning. And then you have the other 2 months, which is why some schools think that they should go all year round. You have the other 2 months that's called repeat again. It's not a good idea to take the kids and push them because they're going to reject against you. First of all, do you like sitting there and just learning and you ain't doing nothing fun? There's nothing active in your brain. Who wants to read a book all day? Y'all don't want to do that. Now, some people homeschool because they take 2 hours out of the day and they're done. Honestly, the highest peak of learning is between 10 and 12. That is 2 hours. How do I know this? It is what they call child psychology of the function of the brain. Now, do y'all homeschoolers need to know this? No. What you need to learn how to do? You need to learn how to put together a lesson, execute the lesson, execute testing. That's it. When I say put together a lesson, most people think that putting together a lesson is giving them a whole bunch of worksheets. No, you need active learning, you need written learning, and then you need what is called conversational learning. It's so much tongue twisting, ain't it? I just made it complicated because this is what everybody tell y'all need to know how to do. And technically all you need to know how to do is to be able to show your child how to do reading, writing, and arithmetic, and then add in everything else. It's Monday. I'm tongue-tied. Don't hold it against me. That's all you have to do. Now, for all y'all homeschools who have been asking me, well, how you start a homeschool? I don't know what that means. Because homeschooling home is at somebody's home. I think what they meant was, how do you get a lot of people together as they doing different homeschooling? Pretty simple. It's called a connection game. Y'all know what that means? It means that other homeschools, at least 5 accredited, and that's a whole different conversation. 5 accredited, 5 regular homeschools, and 5 what they call intro homeschool. An intro homeschool is people who are homeschooling using a school, or online school. That's what they are. Why does the government do all of this to us? They do all of this to us so we don't want to homeschool. Who want to go through all this? A lot of parents who want their kids to actually learn. Now, the connection. That's how you put together a connection. But y'all got to understand one thing too. You all need to help each other. Are we ready to do that? That's why a lot of teachers don't stay. That's why a lot of homeschools stay to themselves. That's why the online homeschools, they actually do turn into the man because we don't get help. Now, this is our Scare Spirit Week. It's supposed to be Silly Sock Monday, but I have teenagers. So I did something really, really cool with them. I made them write a paper on where silly socks came from. Why am I laughing? Because I have to still read it. So it's not really torturing them. So our Spirit Week, we also started off, because this is the Warrior Week. Now, for those of y'all who's asking, are we Native? Yes, we are. I am Comanche, Blackfoot, and Apache. My business partner is Powhatan, mostly, and Comanche. Where do we learn this? Oh wait, it's not Comanche. What is it?
Blackfoot.
Oh, Blackfoot. You see, he's screaming at me there. See, it's everybody asked me, how did we find out this? For those of you who like history, can y'all please, and I'm gonna say this very nicely, can y'all please go and do not go to ancestry.com. This is nothing against them. So before y'all get in the tiny wad, can y'all please go and research where the first grandmother and grandfather came from? How we do this. Do not go on DNA Ancestry. I forgot the name of that place. You'd be pretty shocked for some of you people who look like me. Y'all ain't come from Africa. Y'all came from California. The other side. Y'all know what I'm getting at? Aborigines. And then if you look on YouTube, there are plenty of people who show you where America first had before Mr. Columbus came here. And I believe y'all talking about other people copyrighting. He ain't even intellectually steal somebody. He stole the whole property. Well, no, he really didn't. But he ain't discovered nothing. And he being named as the person that discovered America. Where? I believe discover mean when somebody's not on. We had 12 cultures up here? Y'all be careful when y'all tell people to go back to their own land. I'm just saying. Y'all just be careful when y'all be saying that. And as far as the complaint that they had up here, the baby whisperer don't get involved in all of the things. But for the lovely little lady who shot out to all of us that's homeschooling that didn't look like her, she told us that we could never be able to accreditate ourselves. I believe we got 3 accreditation, don't we? We got 3. I also believe that her daughter runs her school. I'm pause for y'all. Because what I'm about to say, y'all gonna shake y'all head. Her daughter is black. Her son is married to a black woman. Yet she got up there and she tried to drag. She didn't drag me. I ain't a part of that. See, what we got to understand is that people get up here and they try to tell you information and they try to tell you what you can't do. And I always love when people tell me what I can't do. Homeschooling, the first thing they're going to tell you is you have to sign this paper and you have to follow by our rules. Wait a minute now. Don't the law say that we can homeschool our children as long as they're getting what they need? Reading, writing, arithmetic. I don't see no more. I see 3. I ain't even got no bunny ears. I got 3. Everything rules in 3, don't it? 3. Do you see where they got to go in there and learn about, and before y'all, reading and writing, science, social studies goes in reading and writing. I don't see nothing about they going to no health class talking about body parts they shouldn't be. I don't see nothing about no people coming into a building reading to them books they don't even understand. Do y'all see that? I only had 3 up. Social studies and science is then reading and writing. What do you do for science? You read. What do you do for social studies? You write, because you write what you learn. And writing doesn't mean that you're typing on the computer. Do they need to know the computer? Yes, but no one has thought about teaching the children analog. Let's just take this out of place. What happens if we actually do have a war and somebody send a bomb over here and a big old cell tower get knocked down? How many of y'all gonna be able to call? If you got an iPhone, I know you definitely ain't gonna be able to call. How many of them kids gonna know to go out to the grocery store and actually get food? How many of y'all kids can do economics? Don't tell me about no crypto. I don't even know. Listen, my kids know what that is. I don't. You're supposed to be teaching your children what's that word? See, Chuck has that class. Self-sufficiency. Which, by the way, is, for those of y'all who went online and saw our self-sufficiency, that's not until the springtime. And I tell you why. It's probably going to be moved up, because from the way people talking, and this war that's going on has been going on for years. This war's been going on for years. Y'all think this war hasn't been? They've been fighting for centuries. Why are we in somebody else's business? And this is why our children are the ones that are going to have to learn what to do. And for those of y'all who said y'all kids can't just go to the military, you might want to think about that. I'm just saying. So again, homeschool. Homeschool is at home. It originates back from, I believe they said it was in the 1800s. Do y'all want help with homeschool? I know I had that question. How will you help other homeschools? This homeschooling is my job for kids. It is a job. I'm still a teacher. When I want to help you parents, I give you some information so you can come see what I can do. But I need y'all to understand too, when you come ask me for help, that is like you asking me to help you like a job. For those of you who said I should do it for free, I'm going to leave that alone and let my business partner answer that when y'all see us together as we're talking about this. I ain't forgot y'all daycares. I don't think y'all gonna like what I'm gonna say, but we gonna have that next. So this is for y'all homeschool. What you need to do is lesson plan, test, activity. You don't need. There we go again with 3. 3 is a magic number. That's all you need. If you want to help with curriculum, it's very easy. Our curriculum will cost you, a good curriculum will cost you between $175 to $200. That's not including the extra stuff that goes in that they claim that our children have to have. Like, they got mad at me last year because I gave my children criminal psychology. Gizmo wants to be a lawyer. Why wouldn't I give him that? Why I'm going to give him sensitivity? What? It makes no sense. Make it make sense. All right, y'all. So, one last thing. You were asking about schedule. Your schedule should be no more than 6 hours. And in between those 6 hours, there's only how many? There's only 5 hours of learning. No, there's only 3 hours of learning. The other 2 hours is activity. Get y'all sales up. Y'all don't want to be stuck in there all day either. It's the Baby Whisper. And homeschooling from home will be coming to y'all. For those of y'all who want to know my homeschooling journey, I will be telling it on Wednesday, on my birthday. All right, Whispers, y'all know what to do. Hit that like, share, comment button. And for those of y'all new Whisperers, welcome. Welcome to our movement. And nosy people, keep being nosy. You're helping me out there. All right, y'all. It's Monkey Business Monday. And yes, you natives, here comes Warriors. It's the Baby Whisper.